It's a view that we all enjoy. Looking at the sea, from the shore, from a ship, or from the air. And of course it means so much more when we remember that this peaceful area is actually a very tiny part of the massive ocean that covers 2/3 of our planet. If this ocean was not there, life on Earth would be impossible. Seabirds have come from all over to this ocean where food is plentiful and where there are not many predators. Of course, one big danger is the weather. A peaceful scene like this can change within minutes to an overcast sky with rain and thunder and waves reaching giant proportions. Luckily, most seabirds have the ability to recognize the early signs of storms on the way and will be able to move towards safer localities. Different species have evolved their own ways of dealing with dangerous weather conditions. Most seabirds spend 8 months every year on the open sea. But in early spring, a strange instinct creates the need in them to feel solid ground beneath their feet and to start preparing for a new generation. They need a place where they have very few predators and where there is enough food to raise a family. One of these places is a little island off the west coast of Wales. Skomer Island is a beautiful little island with different flowers every season and some lovely landscapes. Many nature lovers come to visit every year. From the mainland to the island, a small boat takes visitors to the landing place in about 15 minutes. As soon as they start coming closer to the island, they are greeted by flocks of thousands of puffins, some flying, some swimming, and others looking down from the steep rock faces. After a welcome by the warden or one of the many volunteers, visitors make their way to the wick. This is the main area where puffins breed, and they can be seen among their nesting burrow as they fly in to feed their chicks. They are very tame here and walk among the visitors who can take photographs at their leisure. People are urged not to leave the footpath because they may damage the many burrows containing eggs and chicks. Both male and female puffins dig their burrows. These are about 2 meters long with the nest at the end. Sometimes they even have a side entrance that leads to a toilet. They use their strong bills to dig into the soil. If they are on stony ground, they place their nest under stones or in natural holes in the rock faces. Puffins can dive down to 60 meters and stay underwater for about a minute. Their favorite food is sand eels, and it is amazing to see how many each puffin can hold in its bill. Some years ago there was a shortage of these eels as a result of too much fishing. Fortunately, the fishing was stopped and the sand eels recovered fully to provide food for puffins and other sea birds. They only lay one egg, and the chick grows so fast that after 6 weeks it leaves the nest at night and makes its way to the sea by itself. There are approximately 25,000 puffins on this island. Many people come here for the sole reason to see puffins, but there are other birds here that are just as interesting. There are more than 20,000 guillemots on this island. They do not breed in burrows like the puffins. Very large colonies nest on the cliff ledge. They also lay one egg on a bare rock. The male takes the chick out to sea when it is only 3 weeks old and cannot fly. There are no rats or mice here. Problems that these animals have caused on other islands do not exist here, so this island is exceptionally safe for seabirds. There are not many rabbits, and although closely monitored, they are tolerated because they attract birds of prey and dig tunnels that some birds use for nesting purposes. These are razorbills. They look like guillemots but have a broader bill which has a thin white line. They do not breed in large colonies, but nest on individual crevices on a cliff. About 4,000 to 5,000 birds breed here. The most numerous bird on this island is the Manx shearwater. These birds spend most of their time in the waters of South America, but in July each year they migrate towards England. A distance of 7,000 kilometers. There are about 120,000 pairs nesting in the many burrows on this island, making it the largest colony of Manx shearwaters in the world. But visitors never see them. During the day, the adult shearwaters, unless incubating under the ground, will be out at sea and only come to the island when it is night. The reason for this is that their feet are positioned very close to their tails. This is fine for swimming, but they walk with great difficulty and can only drag themselves over the ground. This makes them a very easy prey for predators, especially the great black-backed gull. To avoid this, they have evolved the habit of only coming to the island at night. Visitors who spend the night on the island often hear the shearwaters coming in and can listen to the weird sound they make. The next day, they often find the remains of Manx shearwaters who did not escape the predators. Not far from Skomer Island is another small island known as Grassholm. It has the largest colony of gannets in the United Kingdom. It has 39,000 of these beautiful birds. They are known for their spectacular diving displays. All birds living in colonies have an amazing talent that has mystified scientists for many years. It is their ability to recognize their partners, whether in large groups on Earth or in noisy flocks high up in the air. It is like a sixth sense that we can't understand because we don't have it. It is more effective than their already excellent eyesight or hearing ability. Could it be something like a telepathic bond that developed when they first came together and became stronger through their courtship and as they raised their first offspring? Perhaps one day in the future, we will come to understand this exciting phenomenon. Or perhaps it will remain one of nature's many secrets, to be kept from us forever.